is going on, everybody? It's your boy Ryan with Golf Carts Modified. Guys, it's been a while since I made a video. I wish I had a good excuse, but I don't. I'm extremely lazy and I'm just kind of busy, but mainly lazy. I should be doing these every night, but the problem is here in Texas it's like, you know, third layer of hell type situation. You can see it's so hot I can't even talk. I mean, it's like 112 on the index today, and you know, I just don't feel like dying while I'm out there working on a golf cart and trying to film it. Anyways, got some stuff we got to talk about. We got some things we want to do. Got some things I need to kind of get out there. First thing, we went to Ocean Lakes for vacation. I had never been to Ocean Lakes. Didn't know what to expect. I bet it would have been really fun. I mean, I was there for an entire week, but it was not fun for me because 2 hours into the first day, Travis threw my big ass off of the track cart.
What? What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good.
Now, I know you're sitting there thinking, Ryan, how did Travis throw you off the cart? Guys, that cart makes a ton of power. It has two 600 amp controllers, two 5 kilowatt motors, and two 70 volt eco batteries. That thing lays down massive amounts of torque. How much torque? Enough to spin the tracks and do a burnout with all 4 tires. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking, okay, you still haven't talked about how you got thrown off. Well, what happens to rubber, kiddos, as it gets heated up? It becomes sticky. And eventually, when it gets sticky, your cart is going to hook. Or in our case, completely dead hook. Yes. What happened was we stopped, somebody was gonna film. I had a hold of the windshield like an idiot. Travis nails it. Ryan gets leaned back. My 300-pound butt slaps the seat back and breaks both of the bolts in the seat and both of the lower bolts holding the seat on, which I'm not gonna take full responsibility of that because before I brought the cart home, Travis would drive this cart in the woods, like running over trees, beating the ever-loving crap out of it. So I'm sure the bolts were probably loose. And if I know Travis, they probably had like some, you know, probably some cheap bolts, not grade 8 or grade 5 or something. He probably had like some stuff he found in his shop from a picture hanging kit, if I know him. Anyway, I hit the seat back. I do a complete backflip off of that cart, which that cart is not low to the ground by any means. I hit the ground, tore up my left leg completely. It was nasty. I'm not gonna put pictures because YouTube would probably take it down. That's how nasty it was. Messed up both my left and right feet and pissed my daughter and wife off completely because it ruined the vacation because I could not go to the beach. I couldn't get in the pool. I literally couldn't do anything the entire time we were at Ocean Lakes except drive a golf cart. It was pretty horrible. I think Ocean Lakes would be extremely fun if you're not completely injured and can't walk. Now, with all that being said, we did take Corey's big cart out. But in this video, I want to talk about building custom golf carts and what that means for some people, what that means for other people, and how I kind of want to change how I'm building some of my carts. Now, we've built big carts. I've built a cart on 38s. Travis has a cart with 26s on 35s. And now Corey has a cart with 30-inch American Force wheels sitting on 42-inch tall tires. Guys, this kart is massive. I mean, the seats hit me eye level, which is big. Jolie's kart is sitting on 30-inch tall tires, and his wheels are 30 inches. So, all right, so as you can see, as we're zooming in on Corey's kart, this thing is huge with the seats and the windshield completely put in. Guys, Corey went all out on this kart. So many subtle details. See the GC mod in the 4-link, front and back, double powder coated, dual colors. He even had Custom Golf Carts Modified spinning center caps, which was a really badass touch. There was no telling how much money Corey really had in this kart. And you can see here we have electric power steering, Fox dual coilovers, custom built axle with a Fox dampener. I mean, it is crazy. We're gonna lift this up and check this out. This is a Hydro Boost system off of a Chevy 2500 that runs the brakes. Now, does Corey have normal brakes on this kart? No, he's got like 17-inch drilled and slotted rotors. Check this out. Dual 70-volt eco batteries for that extended runtime. Guys, custom dash. This has a 12-inch iPad slider that goes in. We got the fleet key, dual gauges, custom buttons. I mean, it is insane the amount of time and effort he put into this kart. This is what a custom golf cart is all about. I mean, this kart's lifted, sitting on 30-inch tall tires. Pretty good size, right? I mean, I take it this does belong to my 14-year-old, which she can't drive here because she's not old enough. But I just want you to look at that. Look how big that is compared to that. Like, I mean, yeah. Guys, I'm 6 foot. That's where that's sitting. So yeah, it is massive. All right, so as you can see, it's about 8:30 at night here in Houston. It's still 100 degrees outside, and with humidity, the heat index is still about 106. That's at 8 o'clock at night when the sun's gone down. So yeah, if you live in the South, it is miserably hot and extremely hard to work on golf carts unless you're wealthy enough to have an air conditioning shop, which Ryan is not. I do have an air conditioned office. Be nice to have an air conditioning shop, maybe one day. Anyways, let's talk about what I have sitting in the garage. All right, so tucked in the first bay here, we obviously have Jolie's pink cart, which is a DS. This is sitting up on about a 10-11-inch lift. We're on 14x10 Moz Assassins with some 30-inch ascents. Now guys, we are going to be shooting videos with this cart a lot more. As you can see, we kind of bent another seat kit. Now I know what you're thinking, Ryan, what were you doing riding on the back? Well, it was me that bent it, but it's not because I sit on it. When we came back from South Carolina, I might have strapped it down a little hard, and well, I ended up bending my seat post, which is fine because Becca and Jolie want to ditch the back seat anyway. We're going to be ditching the sound bars. They want to go back with traditional speakers, and they want to go back with a custom-made flatbed in the back. So we're going to be working on that, and we might be doing a little work to the bimini top. I think we're going to put an alien shade on it. Be a lot cooler. You can still kind of see through it. Should be pretty cool. Now, we did bring our Navitas four-wheel drive chassis home. And guys, I get a lot of questions on this cart. So, this is a chassis built by Navitas. And as you can see, there is a 5 kilowatt motor sitting up front. And yes, this is sitting on an IRS and IFS, independent front suspension, independent rear suspension. And guys, these things are nasty. Even without the tracks, this cart will go pretty much anywhere you want it to go. Now, like I said, you got the 605K in the front. And you got a 605K in the back. And if you're a movie fan like me, this is where this clip right here would come in real handy.
Let me tell you what Melba Toast is packing right here, all right?
Now, right here is one of the big reasons I have to do some work. Yeah, that is two 70-volt Ecos shoved into this thing. And in order to make these fit, Travis had to get kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, persuasive. Anyway, we ended up having to move some stuff, and he ended up having to move some wires and do some stuff, and it didn't turn out really clean the way we like it. So we ordered a brand new harness, and I got the task of pulling the body off, putting a whole new harness in. I'm going to clean this up. We're going to go through the tracks and clean those up and see if we can't make them ride a little smoother and kind of less noisy, because they're pretty noisy. If this didn't have the tracks on it, this thing would be the ultimate hunting cart, because you could really sneak up on just about anything. And you could sneak up on it really fast. Yeah, and when I say we broke this kit, we snapped this bolt off head, we broke this bolt head, that bolt came out, and my big butt came off of that thing, and I pretty much landed on top of that. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, when I say these four-wheel drive carts are nasty, I mean they are super nasty, especially when you put two big 70 volts in it. But this cart right here that I'm fixing to show you, this is the one we're going to be doing a lot of videos with. Not that hunk. This one right here. So guys, I have us a stripped down E-Z-GO TXT chassis that I've painted copper. I had a certain plan to go a certain way with this. Things have kind of changed like they always do. And something popped up on the Facebook the other day, and it made me really want to build a completely different style cart and do something completely different than we normally do. Okay, now let's get into the part that I was talking about, building custom carts versus what I want to do now. There's so many people building custom carts nowadays. I mean, you've seen what Corey's built. That cart is ridiculous. I mean, it's huge, it's wide, it's tall, but it's definitely a showstopper. I mean, nobody has anything even close to what that cart has. Even in the video, I still didn't even get to cover half of the stuff that's in that cart. Like, that cart has a fully functional electric parking brake that's off one of the buttons. I mean, there's just so many small details in that cart that make it over the top. Definitely a SEMA worthy build in my eyes. Now, you've seen Golf Carts Modified. Travis has a cart that's on 26-inch Forgiatos that's bagged. Travis has the body dropped Nolan cart that's bagged. Corey has built other carts that are just as insane. Last year he built one on 28-inch Dubs that was bagged. So yeah, we built some custom carts. Now here's the great thing about having a Facebook page with almost 100,000 followers. We get to see a bunch of custom stuff that everybody else builds. Now, is some of it as wild and as crazy as some of the stuff that we do? No, but there are still some people that build some pretty insane golf carts, especially in their garages. I mean, it's pretty awesome. You just don't see that kind of stuff. You wouldn't think in the golf cart niche that you would see people building the kind of stuff that, you know, hot rodders and motorcycle guys build. I mean, there's some true crazy custom carts. With that being said, you know, now that we have a four-wheel drive cart with tracks on it, and that cart does have a full set of slicks mounted on beadlocks. You know, Jolie's cart, like I said, her cart is big, but that's a full bolt-on cart. The only thing custom on that cart that I built was the rocker panels. Other than that, pretty much everything on that cart is a bolt-on cart, which you can buy all that stuff from golfcartsmodified.com. I know, shameless plug, whatever. Anyways, I have always wanted to build functional, purpose-built carts. That's always been something I've wanted to do. I haven't really had the means, and I hadn't really thought I had the talent to do it. Now I got a little bit of confidence. I think I can do this. So the other day on the Facebook page, somebody posted a video of golf carts riding around a motocross track. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm building a golf cart to go run at a motocross track. Now, there was a bunch of carts, and I'm gonna be honest, some of it looked sketchy. They had people riding on the back seat, holding onto the roof. I was kind of like, oh man, somebody's gonna get hurt doing that. But then I thought to myself, what if we built an electric golf cart that was made to go run on a motocross track? And I'm not just talking like, you know, go over the hill. I'm talking about like send that sucker full send right off a jump and get around that track as fast as we could. I had this TXT chassis. I was like, you know what? This will be a perfect platform. I already have an Avitus 600 5K. I have a 70 volt Eco. We can do some really cool stuff with this and make this a purpose-built cart. Now, talking about that, I don't want to just build a normal cart to go out there and drive around. I need something that's going to be bulletproof. So in the next couple videos, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to take this TXT, we're going to throw some parts at it, and we're going to modify some of these parts. The biggest thing we're going to modify is something that has lots of controversy on our page, which is a Jake's Long Travel suspension kit. Some people, you know, it's an expensive kit. It's like $1,400, $1,300 depending on which cart you buy. You know, I'll give you a prime example. One of the very first things we're going to do is replace the Heim joints that come on the Jake's Long Travel. Now this is a stock Heim joint off of a Jake's Long Travel, okay? And you can see, if you look at that ball, I mean, you can spin it pretty easily. This is one of the main reasons why they squeak so bad. And it's not really all that beefy to be holding all the weight, especially with my big butt in it. So what we're gonna do is, first thing, we're gonna get rid of these, and we're gonna go to a bigger, thicker, nastier Heim. Now look at this. This ball does not, it turns, but it is not like that one. This one has got some friction to it. Mine is, the ones I order are Teflon coated. These do not squeak. The biggest thing though is if you look at this compared to this, that is a much stronger Heim. It's way beefier. It's got a lot more metal to it. That's going to be step one. The next thing, some people, this big thing, like I said, guys, the Jake's lips are made here in the US. I do believe the shocks are manufactured across these, and the shocks get a lot of hate because they're stiff. It's just one of the things. So Corey found these, and he's had them on a cart, and he absolutely loves these. So we're going to be upgrading to a Predator 500 coilover with remote reservoir. The spring rate on these is a lot different than what comes on the Jakes. First off, if you notice, this is a progressive spring. You got a lot tighter coil up top, and then it spaces out. Corey said that when his cart wheelies and he comes down on this, he said it hardly even makes a noise. He said pretty much on the tire said it just tss. He said it's probably the smoothest riding cart he's had since he's put that on there. So we're going to be upgrading to new coilovers up front. Now, I plan on sending this cart. Okay, so we're going to be adding in some bracing. We're going to do some stuff to the Jakes to make it a little stronger. One of my ideas, and let me know in the comments, my phone goes off all the time. Let me know in the comments what you think. Now, this is the lower A-arm, right? Okay, this is where your shock is going to bolt through. This hangs on the bottom. And yes, for the most part, other than the Heim here, these are flat. So, my idea, instead of boxing it in completely, I've already started making templates out of cardboard for mine. I'm going to come in and I'm going to plate the bottom of this A-arm. Let's get up a little bit of skid plate, but it'll also keep these arms hopefully from bending if we do hit hard. The other thing I've thought about doing, and I'm still kind of on the fence, is running a piece of 1-inch angle from the inside to the inside to give this a little bit more rigidity. I'm still not 100% sold on that idea. Now, I didn't forget about the upper arm, which the upper arm is going to be a little bit more tricky because the shock has to pass through it. So if we do end up putting a plate on the top A-arm, we are going to have to come in and figure out our hole so that our shock can pass through and go down to the bottom. I'm not really worried about this A-arm, mainly because it's just holding the spindle in place. The bottom one is the one that I'm worried about because that's what holds the shock, which is what pretty much holds all the weight to the cart. And when you're coming down, all that force has got to go somewhere. I'd rather have that plate as solid as I can get it. Now, get y'all's ideas. Another upgrade that I thought about doing is taking and building some type of gusset to go over this. Like I said, I want to bulletproof this thing as much as I can, and I want to figure out a way to make this a little bit stronger. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. I want it to look good too. I don't want to just put some big goofy gusset on there and have it all janky looking. So this is going to be step 1, step 2, and step 3 of this. We're gonna upgrade a Jake's Long Travel kit. We get that done. Now that we're looking at building a Baja style cart or a motocross cart, whatever we want to call it, there are a few other golf carts that I want to build that are purpose-built carts that I have been talking to Corey and Travis about for a long time. I've never really told anybody some of the stuff I wanted to build because I didn't want somebody to build it before me. One of the ones that I really want to build, and it's so expensive to build, is one of the reasons I haven't built it. I am a big hunter and fisherman. I like to hunt, I like to fish, I like to be in the outdoors. Me and my daughter like to camp. I have always wanted to build an overland camping style golf cart, or a dual threat like hunting and camping cart. I want to build a big stretched cart, have a tent on the top. I want to have where I can put everything in the cart and just go. Take it out for the whole weekend. Now, being electric, you know, weight comes into everything. You know, I'd have to run dual batteries, if not 3 batteries, to get super extended range out of it. Now, if I did do something like that, you know, Navitas now has a 4-wheel drive limo. So, you know, we could take a limo chassis and really do some crazy stuff with it. But if you 4-wheel drive, that's 2 motors, that's 2 controllers, that's more power pulling. In theory, you should probably get more range if you have more traction pulling the cart, but you're also pulling more battery. And if you're building an overland cart, you're definitely gonna have a lot of weight. Between tent, camping material, you know, all of your stuff to go for a couple days. So it's kind of a fine mix. So if y'all want to see an overland cart, let me know. Tell me what cart you think would be the best one to build it with. One of the big 3, Yamaha, E-Z-GO, Club Car. My bet would probably be either a TXT or a Navitas chassis. I think the steel frame would be easier to stretch and do a lot more custom stuff with. So let me know what kind of purpose-built carts y'all want to see. I mean, guys, we've had drag racing carts that we've tried to keep look like golf carts, or tried to stay in a stock golf cart form. We do have a dragster golf cart rail, which is pretty fun. So we have a cart on tracks. Not very practical, but it is fun. So, you know, is there something you guys want to see, like in a purpose-built cart? Was something made to do one specific thing and do it well? Let us know. Guys, I hope y'all liked the video. Remember, if you want a Navitas 4-wheel drive chassis, I do sell them. golfcartsmodified.com or gcmod.com. Don't forget, we carry Navitas Eco Battery. And I totally butchered that. Let me try that again. Hey, and if you don't remember, we sell Navitas products. We also sell Eco Battery products. You know I build cables. I do that all day. I mean, 2-gauge cables, anybody? All day, every day. That's all I do. Anyways, get out there, go work on your cart, have fun, and remember, go modify.